Wir werden jetzt auf Englisch rüber wechseln. Ich hoffe, das stört euch nicht. Ihr versteht das bestimmt. Und er wird uns jetzt zeigen, wie die Köpfe gemacht werden. Denn hier ist das Studio und ein bisschen über die Geschichte. Yeah, I give the word to you now. I switch to English now so you can
English
understand.
is fine, yeah?
Yeah, English is
okay,
fine, yeah.
Cool. We'll
I mean, if
translate
you
it
can
later.
speak German, it
I
would be
wish.
better. But
yeah,
yeah.
no, I'm learning, so maybe a couple years
Yeah.
I'll do it in German. So yeah, I was starting off, this is downtown Long Beach here, California, where our headquarters is. This is like the clay school where we kind of first started. I found a guy, put him into this school, and he disappeared. So then I went to the teacher of the school and I said, can you make this bowl? And he said, yeah, I can, but I'm a teacher. This is kind of a crazy thing. So we worked on it. Long story short, he started making the bowls, and we started it all here. Then we kind of moved it into the next area that I'll show you guys.
Yeah. And so how did you have the idea to make bowls in the first place?
In the first place, it was, I had a hookah lounge in Huntington Beach called Mirage Hookah Lounge.
Yeah.
And this is kind of a whole nother world, by the way. It's a mushroom store,
Mushroom
but it's
store.
our new business, yeah.
Okay.
We got coffee, and yeah, it's a whole nother world.
Okay.
So yeah, Alpaca, I would say, started from this hookah lounge I had. I was packing bowls over and over, and then after like probably, I don't know, 1,000 bowls, I noticed there was a ton of issues with the bowls that I was packing. The main one being they would break after using them over and over.
Yeah.
So like one night, one of them broke, and I kind of lost my mind, and I was like, we need to start making our own hookah bowls. So that's what started it.
Okay, and did you have some background in pottery before, or you?
No, that's why I had to like network myself into the pottery clay community, kind of teach myself very quickly on what's going on, what makes a good hookah bowl versus not. A ton of testing. Being a heavy hookah smoker, that made it easier because I could test away. This is Clay, one of our main men from the beginning, the main man. Yeah, he's the teacher. When I said found that teacher, that's the guy.
That's the guy.
Yeah,
okay.
that's the guy. He's in the video, our like original production video that we released.
Yeah.
He's the one talking in that video.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The
That's
OG
amazing.
one,
An OG, yeah.
So yeah, a lot of people have unfortunately got sick, so we're not like in production today.
Yeah.
But I'll walk you through like here, and then I'll show you the finished products. And yeah, this is where they all get fired, meaning the kiln, the baking process, you could say.
Yeah.
And these
Is this
are
a new
right
colorway?
before they go. Yeah, it won't look like this once
Okay.
it's glazed. The colors change completely once they're
Okay, but it would
fired.
look great as well, like this. I like it.
Similar, yeah. This is like before we put the glaze on there,
Yeah.
before we dip it. And then we just released a video today on how we glaze, so you can kind of go to Alpaca's Instagram and see that.
Okay. And how many people are working here?
Normally it's in the warehouse we have normally 3 to 4, and then in the production 5 to 6.
Okay.
Yeah, these are all the bowls here. So yeah, one of the newer things we're doing with Alpaca is we're now boxing the bowls to separate the difference between which bowls we're making in the cast mold and which ones are made the original hand-thrown way.
Okay.
So
yeah, that's one of the new things you're
this
doing
is
now.
probably the newest thing we're doing that we just announced today on Instagram, and we're going to be answering questions and kind of talking to people on why we did this, what's the difference, and how to separate it. So if you get a bowl in this box, this is our newest process. The model will be written there. The story is there. And those will start going out this week, the first orders.
And those are all now...
This is the Alpaca Vault. Not all of them will go in this box, so just the Rook models, because they're made in a cast, we're going to put those in a box so people know the difference. But like these are 18 karat, they'll be unboxed, so there will be some alpacas not in boxes and some in boxes moving forward. And yeah, this is our vault here.
Amazing. What was the decision that you chose to make the Rook now in molds and not by hand?
So the main thing is, one, the variance of the bowls. Like every batch, obviously in Alpaca in years we've had variance within the batches, which is good. I mean, variance is fine. We still have variance with the mold, but the main reason was to produce enough of those models which are probably most popular 3 models. In order to produce enough, we needed to do some of the process into a mold, and we figured this part of the process didn't change the quality of the bowl, but still allowed us to increase quantity, probably 30% more production now.
Yeah,
so
that's a lot.
yeah, in the past we had a lot of people mad at us that we couldn't supply them with bowls, people who wanted to try an alpaca who never could. At least now with this process, we can't supply everybody, but it'll at least 30% more people can now smoke alpacas. So that was the reason.
And will that have an influence on the price as well? Because I guess...
So the price will stay the same on all of our models. Minimum price $28, but it's going to come in a box now.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like the balance out for the pricing. The hand-thrown bowls, I have a feeling, are going to start going up in price.
Okay. Yeah.
So because we can't produce enough of them and cost is going ridiculously up, I think hand thrown's probably going to be at like a $40 retail minimum. Okay. Yeah, even now, most alpacas are around 35 or so throughout Europe.
Yeah, especially in Germany. It's
exactly.
Sometimes hard to find them for.
But hopefully the price can actually go, if we can produce enough and work with more trusted retailers. In Germany, we really haven't brought alpaca into Germany officially. We only have brought in the Huyakaya with Zomo.
With Zomo,
and that batch should be out in like 3 weeks, the new Huyakaya.
Oh, okay.
So that should be exciting. Nice. Yeah. I don't think I have any.
So those are all produced here in this location as well, the Zomo Corporation.
Actually, we have another, you saw this building here, there's another one down the street where we do some of the hand throwing, and then this location that I showed you, and then next door there. So between those 3, if one oven fills up, we can use the other oven. If these tables fill up here, we can do it here. So we still have multiple kind of places to do our work, but we're trying to do everything here now. Yeah, within 5 minutes of this area makes it easier for us to manage and drive and see everything. But this is the alpaca kind of vault. And
it's even written here.
And then Tangiers, if you're in Europe, you'll see we have like this orders going to Cyprus, North Cyprus. So if you're in Cyprus, get excited for some new Tangiers. And we're dropping Burley and F-line, which we've never brought to Europe before, so that should be exciting to bring there.
Oh, nice.
This is kind of like where all of the shipping goes out. So these are all Regal hookahs. Also, if you're in Europe and you smoke Regal, it probably came out of here. This is a pine. This is a King gum seed.
So you're the main distributor of Regal
in Europe.
In Europe as well, and of Tangiers as well.
Of Tangiers, George Johnson is the owner. He's the one who started Regal. Partnered with him and handle Europe, and that way it makes it easier for me to work with like our art community people on educating people how to use Regal, how to use alpaca, how to use Tangiers, and how to use them together. So that was the point of me trying to work with my 3 favorite brands, which is Tangiers, Regal, Alpaca, put them together, and that's how we made this art community. Have you heard of art community?
No, not yet.
Okay, I'll show you like a little, I think we have a tray back here. So art community stands for A, Alpaca, R, Regal, T, Tangiers. So in here is where we do all of the molds. And we just released a video on this today on how these are made. And then the glazing is all done here. And then we have these little things that we put in the bottom of the bowl. And then you dip it in the glaze, hang it, and let it dry.
Okay.
But I wish we had had it going on, but at least this is going.
Yeah.
And this is what they look like after they're trimmed, drying. This is a Laruk.
Okay. And with the molding, you still do the decoration stuff by hand afterwards?
Yeah, so it'll look like this, and then it has to be, then it gets taken into here, thrown onto these wheels and then trimmed up,
Okay.
fitted, and then taken back, glazed,
Yeah.
and then it goes in the oven twice. One to get it to this here, and then two, after you glaze it, you have to fire it one more time,
Yeah.
and then you get, yeah, the finished product.
So and the colors get way more intense after
Exactly.
the glazing.
Exactly.
The burning, not the
exactly. Yep.
glazing. Okay.
Yeah, it's almost like you could call like little pieces of glass that
Yeah.
once you heat them up, they melt and create this coating.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you also do some pottery stuff?
Yeah, these are classes actually. Kids.
Oh, okay. So you're still doing
These
classes
are all
here?
kids that come do classes and then they fire their stuff. They come back in like a week and pick them
Okay.
up.
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
The new things that are kind of up and coming. One, if you're in Spain, we have this Fagon Alpaca limited edition. If you're pretty much anywhere in Europe, also these are the Fumari
Oh, they are beautiful.
Fumari X Alpaca Rooks.
Is Rook the model that sells the most, or
I would say Rook,
And
Predator,
Huaycaya?
Mini Rook, Huyakaya, but we don't make many Huyakaya, so
yeah?
there's only so much that can sell.
Okay.
This is a collaboration with Tangiers we did, and
This colorway is white.
yeah, there you'll see a little T stamp on one side and then
Yeah.
the alpaca on the other, and that'll be sent in little like Tangiers boxes we're
Okay.
doing, so that's kind of something new that you'll see soon. The other thing, Cloud Lotus, this is still being finished, not released, but it's a Cloud Lotus collaboration with Alpaca, and it fits the Citria, the thermal diffuser,
Yeah. Okay.
perfectly, and then the Cloud Lotus. So once Rez is finishing the box here, we're gonna get it boxed in Cloud's beautiful packaging,
Okay.
and then this will go probably in a month or so. It should
Okay.
be on the market.
And this will also be internationally, or
International.
Okay.
Yep. We only made 200 of them, so not many,
Okay.
but they'll be sold wherever, whoever
Okay.
buys it first. Yeah. And then this 18 karat gold bowls now are going to be made. You'll see a little chunk in the middle with this kind of
yeah.
detail here. So in the past we would swirl it on the bottom. Now you'll see this like chunk of solid 18 karat gold.
And so, what are your plans for the German market? Like, do you want to expand there more, or
Yeah, definitely. We're currently working in collaboration with Hucane in Germany with Johannes and Philippe, and creating an alliance behind Art Community and
Yeah.
launching with them. So yeah, we're still of course working with Zomo. We love Carlos and the Zomo
Yeah.
team over there, and yeah, the Huyakaya is our main. The only collaboration bowl that we're going to do for Germany is going to be the Huyakaya. We're not releasing any other collab bowls there,
Okay.
but we will release the regular line of Alpaca with Zomo and with Hucane very shortly here.
Okay,
So
yeah, that's amazing.
we're launching Tangiers in maybe 2 months in Germany because of the new 25 gram pack. It delayed us a little bit. 2 months and you should see it. Yeah.
okay?
Yeah, I've been flying back and forth there, building this team. So hopefully with this good community, we can educate people on how to smoke Tangiers. And we know we have a lot of people in Germany who love
Yeah.
it. So we're excited to launch. Yeah.
That's amazing. Yeah.
I'll show you this last company other than the mushrooms, the pottery, the Regal Tangiers is this exotic soda snacks company. And we bring snacks like here for the German people. I think we have some German, yeah, these are all like things from all around the world, mostly
Okay.
Japan.
Yeah.
We bring them from Japan, Canada, and then a lot of shops, little foreign markets, they love selling these like,
Yeah. I guess
Crazy.
it's kind of similar in Germany. There are a lot of shops that sell American, US sweets.
same thing.
And
Exactly.
it's just the other way
Yeah,
around.
we don't sell to like direct to customers.
Yeah.
We sell to like markets, shops, corner stops.
Who's making the designs of the bowls? Is that you or
Yeah, I would say
together?
most of the designs are me or some of the artists who work with us will like come up with an idea and then we'll note it down and make it work somehow. But yeah, I would say like 80% of the designs or collaborations or if we're working with a new company or something, it's kind of me and the owner sitting down and figuring out what are we making. Are they smoking dark leaf, light leaf? What kind of bowl is going to be best for that? What country is it going to? How many grams do they usually smoke per bowl in that country? And then we design the bowl. Because some countries they smoke only with cloud lotuses, some they like big, small. So kind of produce for what each market, what they want.
Okay. I have to ask, how did you come up with the idea of the square and the Illuminati?
Okay, so
was that you or what's the story behind
I
those?
would say square was more the customers at my hookah lounge and some of the artists started toying around with the idea. I would smoke it sometimes at the hookah lounge. Some people liked it, so we decided let's produce it.
Yeah.
After producing it, noticed it's way too hard to pack, and there was way too much variance in the bowl that we couldn't release it officially, so we stopped production on the square. But yeah, if you got one, it's a fun
I got
bowl.
a square and the Illuminati, and I smoke them from time to time.
They're fun.
Fun. Yeah,
it is.
And it's standing out because
it does.
It's the only square bowl or triangle bowl.
Exactly.
I know.
And then the Illuminati, I would say that idea came more from me going down the rabbit hole on Illuminati at one point, and then the second one would be looking into creating something similar to the square that was more functional, because the square was not functioning how we wanted. The triangle, figured you could put a charcoal as far away from the center spire as possible, and that was the idea of the Illuminati, is having a bowl that your charcoal could hang as far off as possible without getting close to the center of the bowl.
Okay.
And so, for some tobaccos, very sensitive or low heat tobaccos, you don't want your charcoal very close to the center, so it does provide a purpose for some, but not enough.
It's a small purpose.
So we pulled that as well.
That makes sense.
So, ich melde mich jetzt zurück aus der Schweiz. Leider war in diesem Moment die Speicherkarte voll, aber es hat sowieso nur noch die Verabschiedung gefehlt. Ich hoffe, das Video hat euch gefallen. Ich würde mich extrem über einen Daumen nach oben freuen und ein Abo natürlich, und lasst gerne einen Kommentar da, wenn ihr noch mehr Fragen zu Alpaca habt. Vielen Dank an Omar für das Interview bzw. die Führung. Es war sehr, sehr nice und hat Spaß gemacht. Und ja, ich hoffe, euch hat das Video gefallen. Dann wünsche ich allen noch einen guten Rauch. Wir sehen uns schon sehr, sehr bald im nächsten Video wieder. Haut rein, wir sehen uns. Tschüssi!